Yeah, guys, I'm just walking back to the shed. We're going to see about what we can do. I cannot really finish my pressure washing job because we have too much debris on the driveway from the shed and other things. So, guys, the Honda, probably going to send that off to a shop here this winter and get the motor overhauled. The Toro, I'm not going to put too much more money in that, but we just got to do regular maintenance. I got to change the oil. I already changed the oil, but it went completely black on me again. And, yeah. See, this is how your oil should look. Can't even hardly see it on there. And this thing really needs a pressure wash, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want it to rust. Well, we'll pull it out and start it up. I haven't run this thing since I mowed last. Yeah. No, I think I started up like a week ago. But this is the first time these mowers have been sitting this long in a long time. Because we have not had this dry of a year. So, also guys, I wanted to say something. This is not a GXV160. This is GXV160 motor. This is an HRR214 or 216, I think. And, yeah, so I just was an idiot when it comes to these model numbers. Because, believe it or not, it doesn't have it on the deal, the frame, just this time. So, like the previous Hondas we got. Like the HRR94 has a sticker, but this one does not. I don't believe. Oh, sure doesn't. That's just reconditioned from Home Depot. Yeah, y'all remember the story, so I'm not going to retell it. Alright, let's start it up. Here goes pull number 1. This is low power here. We better give it just a little more. Alright, here's an honest review of this Honda HRR214 216. I've got to check on the model number again. Guys, this has been a great machine. Yeah, of course, it's already dirty from me, of course. Great machine. Great machine. It is not the mower I was planning to buy. I was planning to buy the 7-speed transmission model. I forget what that is. HRR217, I think is what it is. And yeah, the residential's version. I was not going to buy the commercial because they're way too dang expensive. This is what I ended up with for a deal of $324 from Home Depot. And we got $50 off, which brought it down from $350 to $324, but $300, which then we had the tax, which then brought it back up to $324. So we technically got a deal on it. So here's the story again. If y'all are new, like actually, I'm going to tell it real quick. So the guy bought this mower, assembled it, everything. And he goes to mow his grass. And he can't figure out how to turn the blade on. Well, here. If there's anybody that's not too smart about these lawnmowers, this is something that's pretty cool. This, I wouldn't recommend this style, this self-propel system. I like the variable speed adjustment where the mower just keeps going when you put the clutch bar in, but that's what I've been so used to. And this here is not as fatigueful. This is going to be a longer video, guys. This actually, believe it or not, I'll move this crap out of the way. So say you're mowing with this Toro. This, yeah, I've used it a lot, you can see. So, you can see this. This, actually, you kind of have to lean into it sometimes. And, yeah, so it can kind of get tiring, but it's not that bad. But, I mean, it can get tiring. Sure can, but you kind of have to lean into it for a while, and yeah. So this thing here is kind of shot, you can tell. Not really though, but otherwise this has been a pretty good mower so far. I still like this style somewhat. It's kind of like the first walk behinds. I've never operated one, but it's kind of got this style here where they're kind of bent and it's not forward. So it's kind of got this walk behind style here, but it's only got this and had the other handles. It's only got this one safety deal here. So I'm not really going to talk about much about Toro anymore. That's one thing I like. The Honda HRR214, 216, whatever the heck it is. This, I would not recommend this. If you have, maybe say you have arthritis in your joints. Guys, I wore out my joints on this. My thumb. It was fatigueful. It kind of made my hand sore. But, I mean, as soon as, it doesn't have pain that lasts long. It's just kind of while you're using it. And you got to get used to this. And this is pretty cool because you can adjust this here. So then say you want to, if you want to have it full speed, like this. And then you can just adjust this grip for your hand. So then, if I want to go fast, I'm going maybe from one house to the other, and there's maybe a little distance, I would put this all the way up here. So then, because then if you have it all the way down here, you go slower. Or you'll go slower because you can't put this knob in all the way. I'm sorry guys, I'm not the best explainer. So then, it would be full speed. So I usually keep it up about right here. And then, yeah. So, I don't have any footage from when I first used it, but I've used it before. It's been on other film and stuff. Hold on guys. Look at this. Here's a green and all. See him? There he goes. But I'm getting a little distracted here. Alright. So, you want to have it at medium throttle if it's cold, but I usually keep it low. They say all the time, put your motors up in full throttle when you're first starting them. That actually puts more stress on the motor, in my opinion. I like to start them off low and let them idle for a little while and warm up, and then you can run it at however fast you want. So, it has an auto choke system, but we'll be able to test that this winter if we have another harsh winter. So let's see here. So, here I'm going to kind of go back into the stop position. Alrighty, so here's full throttle. See, if you slowly adjust this, half throttle. guys, so at first, you know, this gets tiring to your hand, but after a while, you get pretty used to it. And then, you want to put up your full throttle. Alright, before we do that, this is how you turn on the blades. You gotta go 1 to this one, which is button. See that? So this says blade control. The guy didn't know how to turn the blades on. He's doing this. Oh, you don't look over here. You're obviously a complete retard. Because, see this? Number 1. Number 2, blade control. Number 1, push. Blade control. I'm not a big fan of this, but what you gotta do is you gotta go 1, and you gotta go. Alright, that was just low throttle. The heck? Oh, I don't know if the blades are engaged. Sorry guys, I just went into a really low throttle. Oh, let's go. Full throttle. 1, 2. That's louder than it is. Closed off. Alright, so here is your bag and mulch. Oh, here. Alrighty, so you actually don't have a mulch plug with this. You see in there. Sorry guys, this is making your screen funny. Turn it this way. You got your deal here. So when I switch it to bag, it's gonna open up that little door. So when you have your bag on, what happens? You always want to have that open. So, you guys want to have that open, and yeah, well, you want to have this. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little distracted here. Just trying to put my phone real quick. So that's open for your bag. Then when you're mowing like normal mulch, this does have a really nice width when you open it. So, say you're going through tall grass, and you know this mower, maybe you can mulch it. You know, these little sometimes push mowers can't mulch it as well, they're bogged down, but this has the 3-in-1 twin blade advantage system on it, which is awesome. See the 2 blades? See. Quality on these is absolutely fantastic. Like, yeah, the John Deere's cut quality is pretty good. The Toro, it is pretty good for if you cut lower grass, or if you cut grass that hasn't grown up as much, it'll cut okay. It may miss a few, but you know. Freaking look, there's a lizard in here. I'll be darned, I thought that was a little baby rat. So yeah, that will cut grass that is you know, a little bit lower. I would not recommend the Toro recyclers or any kind of machine here with the bridge and strap motor on it. Here, before we look at that air filter, one reason is that it doesn't have the overhead valve, so it runs like crap a lot of times. I've gotten it to where it does not, because I had governor issues, so I had to repair that time after time, and the carburetor and all that crap. I would recommend, if you ever buy a mower, make sure it has the overhead valve on it. And I may show a picture on my Instagram page, MG the Lawn Care, by the way. and I'll show a picture of what those look like. Otherwise, make sure it's not the one without the overhead valve, because otherwise they're not any good. Honda motors, guys. My uncle had a Honda from 1985 to 2015, which is 10, 20, 30. He had it for like 31, 32 years. Honda motors are fantastic. So these are much better than your Toro. So you just got just a little bit in there. They're not too bad. It's really not that bad. These Hondas never attract much dust at all to the air filters, so you never have to really clean your carburetor as much, which is something I hope I never really have to do. Honda carburetors are pretty easy to do compared to the 1-speed. Briggs & Stratton cheapo carburetors. Here's your carburetor. Actually, it doesn't have a drain plug, but that's alright. We should never need one. But I do like this here. This gas. What's funny is this cap is so big. And then it's kind of skinny here. But it's got a pretty deep tank. I think it has 1.5 gallon tank. It goes from about here to way down here. So this will give you some. This lasts about. Okay, so our corner lots here are about half an acre to almost an acre, and I can mow each of them. I can mow both corner lots that are about half an acre or a little over half an acre, and I can get those done on one thing of gas running on full power for about 2 hours, or a little less. Yeah, so guys, but also with this self-propulsion, it doesn't wear you out as much. You may wear your hands out when you first get used to it, but you know, it's really not that bad. But this is a good machine. I would have bought the HRR216, but those are around $800. So we had one before, but it was probably 15, 20 years old, and it had done its job. Yeah. Otherwise, I would totally recommend this machine. Recommend any kind of Honda machine. Any kind of Honda machine. I don't care what it is. These motors will last you for years. These mowers will last you for years. The cut quality is fantastic. And guys, I want to tell you something. The big Honda models, the big commercial push mower is around $1,100, I think. It's like $1,149. That's a lot of money. But they last for years. They will get through your job. Yeah. They're low maintenance. And meanwhile, your Toro recycler in here, guaranteed to start on it. I want to tell you something. Guaranteed to start. It's only guaranteed to start within the first year when you first buy it. After that, it's going to take longer. And then the starter, I've almost worn that thing out. I've got to clean the battery, junk out around the battery and the fuse, and probably get me a new fuse for it. And yeah, so we're gonna change the oil, fuel filter, air filter, spark plug, then give it a good carburetor clean again, and then otherwise it should be all right. We gotta check these cables, you know. But this is kind of going back and forth between two mowers here on maintenance. So this Honda will need maintenance around next year, around May, probably. I probably will do something in September with it, or October. Then, yeah. So, otherwise, I mean, I've been putting hours on this left and right, except for about a week or two now, because we haven't had anything to mow because of, you know, what the yards are looking like. So, anyways, I guess that's about it. Hope you. Oh yeah. I'm trying to watch out because these Hondas, they don't tend to put a seal around this governor here, so oil may leak out. I haven't found anything quite yet. Yeah, there's nothing on there. Nothing to worry about. So, anyways. Oh yeah, let me find the bag real quick and just show you how it looks with the bag on. So here's what the older bag, here's what the bag looks like now. Here's what the HRR216 is. Here, we're going to pair some pairs here. Alright, that's got some stuff in it. Alrighty, so this right here is one of the greatest years of Honda for your bag. Wide mouth, getting a little bit shorter. So here they are neck and neck, just a little bit shorter by about 2 inches. So this right here, longer. Now let's see here. Long, short in width. So this right here, the width over here, and yeah, just not much of a mouth. So it's hard to empty them. But otherwise, it's great. Guys, my phone's dying, so we will see you later.